Can you introduce yourself for me, please?
Hi, my name is Brian Kim. I am a composer.
Okay. Can you talk about how music has influenced your life?
Oh gosh, good question. I started playing piano when I was like 3 or 4 years old, and it's the thing in my life that I have done the longest, right after like eating and breathing and sleeping. I think it was like eating, breathing, sleeping, and then like playing piano. And so it has been a part of my life forever. And I think that if I didn't have that, so many moments in my life would have been without direction and just without purpose, you know. And I went to college actually to be a doctor, and was doing so much music stuff on the side that I realized that I was never going to enjoy being a doctor, and that I really should be focusing my time on this aspect of my life that just felt more important and like more vital, you know?
So for people who have like a conflict, who say like they want to have, or they're you know, like they're pushed to kind of have like a more like normalcy job versus more of a creative job.
Yeah.
What are some like some advice you would kind of give to somebody who had that same conflict?
I think based on my life, what was really crucial was that I never felt like I should stop the thing that I was most passionate about. I always tried other things. I tried a lot of different things, which I think was just more about my personality than anything else, because I know a lot of people who want to do music and they just focus on that, and they really do that, and I think that's an amazing way to find a music career too. But for me, I tried a lot of different things, and doing a lot of different things while still keeping music in your back pocket is not a bad way to do it either, because then you like, for me, I really knew by the end of all of my exploring that music was really what I wanted to do. So I think if you have a passion, never let go of it. Feel free to try other stuff, but like never forget like what really makes you happy. You know? Yeah.
So how do you, so even though we know music is important, how do you get that to merge with the actual content?
Oh, like the TV show and the film.
Yeah, and to get it to flow, to kind of set the tone of what the cinema actually is.
Yeah, so much of it is really technical to start. I have a really elaborate setup with computers and lots of hardware and stuff, and I spend a lot of time getting that in a way that makes writing the music to picture very easy and fast, so that I don't spend a lot of time like plugging in a lot of wires and it's like trying to make sure everything's working properly. It's like when I sit down, all I can focus on is just like the emotion of the scene and just like the elements that I'm trying to bring out. So and then just paying attention to the story and just making sure that my timing is good, and making sure that if I have character themes that I've built up throughout the series, that making sure that I'm using them in the right places and with the right sort of timings and stuff like that. But it's really just about paying attention to the emotions, keeping in line with the story, and never losing sight of that. It's never about me. It's always about like what's going on the screen. You know?
Can you talk about some of your favorite projects that you worked on?
Favorite project? I really, as an assistant, I was on the show How I Met Your Mother, and that was sort of my first foray into what the job could really be. And I got to work on a lot of musical numbers for that show. And I think doing that and seeing that my background in theater and as like a choir boy and like that sort of thing was actually useful in a professional manner was a really cool awakening for me. And so getting to work on the musical numbers for How I Met Your Mother, getting to work with that amazing cast and having that be my first job, I think will always have like a really special place in my heart. And Star vs. the Forces of Evil, I think, has been probably overall my favorite job to date, just because I got to be there from the very beginning to the now we're approaching the very end of the show, and so I got to create the music from the start and really shape the tone of the show. I've been on the show for 5 years, for me now 5 years, and to be able to say from start to finish, that was something that I got to put my emotional stamp on, is really cool. Yeah.
Can you talk about some of your favorite moments at Disney?
At Disney?
Yeah.
Walking into the Disney TV animation building for the first time was so wild, because they have this panel. When I started working there, they had this panel on the front door of just all these like classic characters, and so like, you know, DuckTales is on there, and like Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, like all these things were really, really important to me growing up. We're all there, and so walking through that door for the first time, and then just seeing all the Mickey gear everywhere was it was really wild. I kind of couldn't believe that they had asked me to do this sort of thing. And I see you're wearing a Sailor Moon shirt.
I am.
Yeah. Star vs. the Forces of Evil, the creator of the show, is a huge Sailor Moon fan. And there's all these Sailor Moon Easter eggs all over the show.
Really?
And so they get to work, and I also love Sailor Moon and anime in general. I grew up watching that sort of stuff. And so getting to work on a show not just for Disney, but that has this Eastern animation influence in it was just this mind-blowing dream situation. You know? Couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I can't believe it's almost over.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.